Hello and welcome back to part 31 of Star Trek Online. I know I said we were going to be doing the Cold War story arc, but I ran into some issues with it. So we're just going to leave that for now and go straight on to the Lost Dominion arc, which I'm not exactly upset about. I do like this arc, so let's begin it.
We're holding a conference at Deep Space Nine to discuss a unified effort against the Borg. I'm particularly interested in getting the Dominion involved. Next time you pass through DS9, see if you can schedule time for the conference.
Alright. That wormhole was quite loud, so... Right. Hey. I'm not sure we're going to have any issues here, because I know this mission was tied to the old interior for DS9. So...
How can I help you?
Right. We might have some issues with this one as well. I'm not sure. Yes. Okay, so time is short. Second wave. That was easy enough.
By now, you've faced the Borg. The Collective is appearing with more frequency in the Alpha Quadrant now, and Defera is facing repeated attacks. We've been able to push them back so far, but we can't do it forever. Not without help. Starfleet has convinced representatives from the Klingon Empire, the Cardassians, and the Deferi to meet on Deep Space Nine. We want you to be there as well.
Okay. Right, let's begin second wave. Right, welcome to Deep Space Nine. I know you're here for the conference, but Commander Andrews would like to see you in ops as soon as you have the time. Enjoy your stay, sir. Alright, so yeah, it's the old interior. I hope they do revamp these eventually. Right, yes, ops. We want the lift, which... Yes, here. Andrews.
Welcome to DS9. I'm Commander Karen Andrews, Captain Carlin's first officer. He asked me to inform you that he's been delayed dealing with an incident in Cargo Bay 3.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to begin the conference until Captain Kurland is available. I wonder, would you be willing to track down the other attendants and inform them of the delay? I can send a junior officer, but I thought this way you'd get a chance to meet the delegates before formal talks begin. Every little bit of connection or information helps in a diplomatic situation. Okay. Right. Garrick.
I'm looking forward to the conference. I'm sure the discussion on the Borg will be enlightening. Your government's position will be of particular interest to me. Clearly, the Borg are a major threat to the Quadrant. However, Cardassia's ability to assist in any action against them will be somewhat limited. If you will recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War. We still maintain a small force, but for planetary defense only. Any Cardassian military vessels you may have seen were undoubtedly stolen by the so-called True Way. Regrettably, Starfleet has yet to put a stop to their campaign of terror, though I'm sure they're giving it their best effort.
Captain Kurland has been unavoidably detained. We will delay the start of the conference until he is ready. I feel like that should be delayed.
I'm reminded of an associate of mine, Gul Mavek. He was stationed here during the Dominion occupation. During his time here, he developed a fondness for Bajoran-distilled Kanar. Apparently, during the Cardassian occupation, the soldiers wanted their favorite libation, but there was not enough Kanar in the shipments from home. So these resourceful young officers conscripted a group of Bajorans, mostly from the religious houses, to distill Kanar for them. The Kanar from Bajor has a different color and flavor from Cardassian vintages. Purists frown on it, of course, but many Cardassians developed quite a taste for it while they were here. Needless to say, it is impossible to find it on Cardassia Prime. I was hoping to acquire some for Mavek before returning home, but I'm afraid the conference is demanding my attention. Perhaps you could be of assistance?
I'll see if I can find any. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any Bajoran distilled Kanar? I heard that you were looking for something special. That happens to be my speciality. I can get you anything you need for the right price. Thank you for your help. Okay. I feel like that used to be a lot harder.
I'm looking forward to the conference. If you will recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War. We still maintain a small force, but for planetary defense only. Any Cardassian military vessels you may have seen were undoubtedly stolen by the so-called... A point of view shared by many, to be sure. Not the most diplomatic position, but you're certainly entitled to your opinion. I suppose Gul Mavek will have to settle for the Kanar back on Cardassia Prime. He'll be disappointed, of course, but one does not always get what one desires.
Okay. Why is that not ticked off?
I'm looking forward to the... If you will recall, I'm reminded the Kanar from Bejor has a... I'm looking forward... If you will recall, Impressive. Authentic Bajoran Kanar is hard to come by, even here. You're quite a resourceful individual. Thank you for your assistance. If at some point I can assist you in return, all you need to do is ask.
Right, that marked it off. Okay. Right. It's inside Quarks.
Oh, what's the harm in a little friendly wager?
I think they're upstairs. Oh no.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Deferi. Until recently, my people isolated ourselves from the rest of the galaxy in an attempt to remain neutral. We seek balance in all things, and therefore choose not to take sides in conflicts that do not concern us. The Borg, however, threaten everyone. My own world has been scarred by the Collective. I look forward to hearing your thoughts about how we can deal with the Borg when the conference convenes.
Captain Kurland has a situation he must deal with immediately. I'm sorry to tell you that the start of the conference has been delayed.
I understand. I must find something to do with my free time. I had been hoping to spend some time in one of the holosuites here. Several people have recommended them, and there is an historical holoprogram, the Matara Nebula, that I have been eager to play. Could you help me gain access to a holosuite? An hour or two would be more than sufficient.
Let me see what I can do. There should be a way to get a reservation for you. Okay. Ooh. Not you. Quark.
What can I get for you?
I need to reserve a holosuite for the Deferi ambassador.
Sorry, I can't help you there. All of the holosuites are booked solid for the next week. I almost have more business than I can handle. Almost. Might be time to expand. Been thinking about a franchise operation for some time now. A Quarks in every sector, a Quarks in every quadrant. The only way you're going to get a reservation for today is by traveling back in time 3 months and making one there. That was a joke, by the way. You and I both know that the Federation gets pretty cranky about someone violating the Temporal Prime Directive.
What if I find someone willing to give up their reservation?
I don't have any problem with that, as long as it doesn't make any problems for me. Understand? You bring Chief Rowe or Curlin in here asking about someone shaking people down for holosuite reservations, I won't hesitate to point out any suspicious characters I know about.
Okay. Did you know that this place sells the real deal? You can get synthahol if you want, but this stuff is great. Hey, you're just my type. Doing anything later? Do you have a reservation in the holosuite for today? Aggressive, aren't you? That's good. I like that. And I do have a holosuite reserved. I had already chosen a program, but I'm sure we can change it to something that's more fun for two. Would you like to get a drink or dinner beforehand, or should I just meet you there? I'd like to acquire your reservation, but I don't want to share. Oh, that's a shame. I thought we really had something. The reservation isn't for sale. However, if you change your mind, I might consider letting you join me. Then again, maybe not. You Starfleet types aren't much fun. Alright. How about you? Go away, I don't want any company, especially yours. Do you have a holosuite reservation for today? Who wants to know? I need a reservation. Interested in selling yours? No. Why are you still here? Go away. Hey there. May I interest you in some self-sealing stem bolts? Do you have a reservation in the holosuites? I do. I'm going to use the holosuites to help demonstrate all the wonders of quality self-sealing stem bolts to a very important potential customer. Between you and me, those things are harder to move than you might think. I need your reservation. Interested in making a deal? I need to sell my entire inventory or my profits this month will be off projections. That's why I reserved the holosuites. I need to make a great impression on this new customer. But if you bought all of my stem bolts, then I could cancel my meeting and catch the next shuttle out of here. Do we have a deal? I don't need that many stem bolts, but I might be able to arrange a buyer for you. Deal. I'll be here until my meeting starts. If you find a buyer for my self-sealing stem bolts before then, I'll give you my holosuite reservation. Okay. Yeah, I know who that is, so... Captain Sean.
You kept your head in that tricky situation in the Iconia system. Good to have people like you on our side.
Spoilers.
And I'm glad there's someone else here who's faced the Borg in battle. We have a perspective the rest of these full-time diplomats don't.
Do you still need help on your ship?
I appreciate the offer. My crew could really use a few extra hands to get the work done. But if you need your officers to do something else,
Nah. I haven't got the space at the moment.
You kept your head in that, and I'm glad there's someone else here who's faced the Borg. How many do you have? My chief engineer has been looking for stem bolts for weeks. He wants to do some upgrades to the Belfast, and the Defiant class has always been a little touchy. Sometimes it's best to use what works, even if the technology's a little out of date. We've made inquiries with several traders, but everyone we talked to dumped their inventories after the speculation bubble burst. Some Ferengi out there made a small fortune a few months ago cornering the stem bolt market, but now that supply is gone. I was hoping to find some here, but so far I haven't had the chance. If you know of a source, my crew could make the upgrades we need without having to find an industrial replicator.
Okay.
You kept your head in that, and I'm glad there's someone else.
Right. Let's speak to her again. So that should be it.
Watch the wheel, not the girl.
Yes, a ship captain wants to acquire your entire stock. That's fantastic news. I have the stem bolts sent to his ship immediately. If I catch the next shuttle, I'll be home in time for my daughter's birthday. I'll tell Hadron that my holosuite reservation is yours. Thanks again. They didn't update that squad now.
What can I get for you?
Zar is willing to give me a holosuite reservation.
Good for you. There is the small matter of the reservation transfer fee, however.
What's reservation transfer fee?
There is a minor fee associated with transferring a holosuite reservation. It's just enough to cover my administrative costs. 10,000 gold press latinum. Payable immediately.
What? That's outrageous.
Ooh, I can see you're a tough negotiator. And you do have a paid reservation. I'll make you a deal to speed things up so you can go save Captain Proton or whatever it is you need the holosuite for. 2,000 gold pressed latinum. I'm losing money here, but I'll do it for you.
Are you insane?
You're killing me here. All right, I'll give you the friends and family discount, but you owe me one, and I have every intention of collecting. 100 gold pressed latinum. Final offer. I suggest you take it.
Sounds reasonable. Here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy yourself. Drop by any time you're on DS9.
Cheers. Yeah, I'm sure he won't call us in on that. Or no one will, you know.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Deferi. Until recently, my people isolated ourselves from the rest of the... Wonderful! Most of the holotechnology on Defera is used for training or utilitarian purposes, so I don't have many chances to use a holosuite for entertainment. Thank you for your assistance. I hope you didn't go through too much trouble on my account.
Okay. Right. Just the Klingon ambassador.
I was informed you would be here. Have you come with another friendly reminder from Commander Andrews? Feel free to report back to her and let her know that I haven't eaten the furniture or scared away the Dabo players. Not yet, anyway.
Commander Andrews wanted you to know that the start of the conference has been delayed.
That is troubling. My ship is waiting to return to Kronos as soon as these talks are completed. I have no wish to linger here any longer than is necessary.
Okay.
Sorry to trouble you again, but Captain Curlin is wrapping up the problem in the cargo bay, and we will be able to begin the talks very soon. I've notified the other attendees, but our opening speaker isn't responding to hails. Could you please track him down for me? Admiral Zavglach Trem mentioned wanting someplace quiet. You might try the upper promenade or the temple.
Okay. I believe he's in the temple. Looks like him. Yes.
My apologies, both to you and Commander Andrews. It's not often that I get some time to myself these days. Captain Kurland offered me the use of his office, but I came here instead for some peace and quiet. Peace. It's in far too short of supply these days. I've been in Starfleet for a long time. I've seen more battles than I care to remember. But this one, there's no reasoning with the Borg. There's no chance for a non-violent solution. I only hope that we can unite before they come for us. No one is safe.
go to the conference. Yeah. Okay. I do.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so pleased that you all agreed to join us here today. As many of you are all too aware, the Borg attacks are increasing. If they are left unchecked, Starfleet predicts that the entire Alpha Quadrant could fall within 3 years. We all must work together to push these invaders out of our space and protect our homes and families.
I do not agree. My empire will stand, with or without your assistance. The Klingon Empire has never been stronger than it is right now. I dare the Borg to challenge us. Starfleet may cower in fear before a bunch of machines, but we do not.
If the Borg assimilate everyone in this quadrant, from the might of the Klingon Empire will
he hopes we are also crippled by our efforts to stop the Borg. We will be no match for a battle-hardened Klingon fleet. I do not want to be assimilated, but I don't want to be a servant to the Klingon Empire either.
Respect a fool.
The Deferi believe that all things must be in balance. We cannot counter the Borg threat if we ourselves are counter to one another. The Deferi do not wish to act against any of you. Therefore, should this meeting not reach a consensus, our best course of action is to not act at all.
Starfleet will do what it must to protect the Federation. However, if you want our assistance, you need to be willing to protect yourselves and contribute to this campaign. The Borg will be stronger if any of your civilizations are assimilated. Starfleet's hard at work developing new technology and tactics. We, at least, will be ready. And if we can't cooperate, I hope you don't suffer. And that we develop new weapons in time.
This is getting us nowhere. We came together in the spirit of cooperation. We need to find common ground. Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Captain Sean, the Federation cannot afford to give the Borg a foothold in the Alpha Quadrant.
Starfleet will do everything we can to protect the Federation and its allies. However, there are too many drains on our resources and a limited number of ships and officers. It may be simply unfeasible for us to sign on to be the protector of the entire Alpha Quadrant. Besides, we need to consider the Prime Directive. There are limits to what we can do.
Starfleet's mission is to protect every world in the Federation. We cannot hope to do that if any of the civilizations represented here falls to the Borg.
Starfleet recognizes the Borg threaten all life in the Alpha Quadrant. We've lost too much already. We cannot lose any more. Eventually, we'll all need to put our differences aside and unite in opposition to the Borg or anyone else who sows chaos and destruction. We'll put an end to this together.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Well, it's actually Garrick, but...
Cardassia Prime is still rebuilding from the Dominion War. We've achieved a great deal, but there is still much more to do. The continued threat of the true way makes progress difficult. Simply put, draining Cardassia's limited resources to fight the Borg will be a hard sell to the Detapa Council.
Sorry, I just don't want to mess this up. I'm just, trying Trying to find out. I should look this up first. Can't find it. Oh well. What about your people? What will happen to them if the Borg invade Cardassia Prime?
We will protect our home world until the very end. Never think otherwise. Believe me, we understand the threat of the Borg. We just don't have the resources of the Federation or the Klingons. Even the Republic is in a better state in that regard. Defending Cardassia is not only our first option, it is our only viable option.
Garrick, without the help of the Cardassians, we will all be looking for new homes, and even those will not be safe from the Borg.
There is a certain wisdom in forming a unified force here. And Cardassia has other assets to lend to the effort besides brute force. Intelligence gathering, for example. Now, I just need to convince the Detapa Council, which is far easier said than done. I might have better luck fighting a Borg cube by myself.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
The Klingon Empire.
Be careful. You are dangerously close to insulting the honor of the Klingon Empire.
You talk about honor. Doesn't your honor require you to fight with all your strength against an enemy like the Borg?
Do not presume to know what our honor demands. The Empire's pursuit of honor does not mean we are compelled to fight other people's battles.
It is honorable. Is it honorable to hold back your full strength in a fight?
Full strength? Ha! The might of the Klingon Empire can stand against the entire galaxy. Let them come.
As an empire you are strong, but is the Quadrant strong without you? The Borg will not take sides. They oppose everyone.
What does the Empire gain by fighting at your side? We do not need to be hamstrung by your weakness, or to put your needs above our own.
Our needs are shared. If any single planet falls to the Borg, it will only make them stronger.
Ha! Starfleet won't survive without our assistance. It is good, then, that we see the merit in fighting at your side in this instance. It would not be honorable for us to reserve our strength while others go out to fight. That is a trick worthy of a Romulan.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
The Deferi ambassador.
Maintaining balance with all things must be our primary concern.
This isn't about balance. This is about stopping the Borg before they assimilate our worlds.
My world is one of those at risk, but I cannot reject balance, even to save my home and people. The universe uses conflict to restore the balance when we move too far out of equilibrium. The Borg advance, as painful as it may be, is simply another adjustment.
The Borg do not seek balance. Instead of incorporating a person into their collective, they dominate, wiping away any traces of who the person once was. This furthers the imbalance.
It is one thing to choose to swim upstream against the current. It is quite another to drain the river because it is flowing in the wrong direction. The Borg do not respect the balance. We will offer what support we can to your fight.
Let's take a quick recess to cool off. That's funny. I don't remember anyone being scheduled to fly through the wormhole today.
Luckily, I didn't need any of that from online tutorials.
There's something coming out of the wormhole. Captain! It's a Dominion fleet! They're charging weapons! Red alert! Jem'Hadar boarding the station. Get the delegates out of here.
We have to get out of here!
It is time to leave.
Evac Protocol Alpha. Andrews, get everyone to shuttles. Prep the Defiant for launch. Blast it! The Jem'Hadar have cut off access to ops. Karen, you'll need to coordinate the evacuation. We'll get the delegates to the docking ring, and then I'll try to join you in ops.
Right. Promenade. It's engineering. Science. lost everyone. So that's fine. Okay. Captain, we need you back on the ship. We'll hold position here as long as we can, but the Jem'Hadar fleet is approaching the station. Okay. A bit too quiet now. Okay. Ooh.
Captain Curland! Good to know that you and the delegates are safe. Jem'Hadar have stormed the station and we're losing critical areas. The Defiant has launched and I've evacuated everyone possible, but a few of us stayed to...
Andrews? Andrews! Someone, answer me! What's going on?
Captain, my name is Loris, and I represent the Dominion. This station, and all remaining souls on it, are now under our control.
Right. There's nothing more we can do but see our guest to safely. I have been in contact with Starfleet, and they would like us to report to Bajor. Planning for a counter-offensive is underway. But for today, the station belongs to the Jem'Hadar. It is our duty to ensure that Bajor does not fall as well. Warp to Bajor. We will regroup, recover and retake what is ours. The fleet is retreating to Bajor space to protect the planet in case the Jem'Hadar decide to push their advantage. Captain Curland is in contact with Starfleet Command and will be routing all available ships to this region. We defeated them once, we can do it again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that wraps up that video. And yeah. I will see you in the next one. Bye.